The final day of the Melbourne Cup Carnival, and it's Tab Champion Stakes Day. David Gately, you have been charged with finding us the winners for the last day. 3 Group 1s. It sets up to be a beauty.
Yeah, I love the way the race day has evolved into what it is, Champion Stakes Day, Tab Champion Stakes Day, and we have the highlights of the Via Sistinas of this world and some of the world's best horses.
Perhaps some of the lowlights might be the weather that's expected, but it wouldn't be Melbourne without having all 4 seasons represented across the week. Now, let's get stuck into some tips, starting with the VRC Champion Sprint, over 1,200 metres. Now, no 3-year-old has won this race in its current spot. Wait for age, 1,200 metre start. Witness got close behind Black Caviar, and we saw in 2019 running second was Loving Gabby behind Nature Strip. Are you with Tentaris on the 1 week backup, Gator?
Look, I think he's going to measure right up, and you only need to use Tempted as a guide, don't you? The 3-year-old filly who was so good in the Everest, beat home Jimmy Star and Jolie Star, who's in this race. So it's an easy line to draw. I've just defaulted back to the, the proven star, and that's Jolie Star. She was terrific off a wide run in the Everest. Of course, she won the Newmarket here at Flemington in the autumn, so I'm with her narrowly. Tentaris a danger.
What about Giga Kick? Another main chance.
Yeah, look, I think he's back. It was great to see him return to the winners list and do it with Dynamo. It was a dynamic sort of win, and he'll handle the ground, whereas there might be a question mark on some of the others, so he's in the game.
Any to upset the apple cart?
Look, I'd be surprised. They'd probably need a few of these stars to underperform, which can happen, can't it, on affected ground, but we'll stick to what we know.
Moving on to the mole, the Lexus Champions mole, and this sets up to be a beauty because we get to see Pride of Jenni on the backup. She's done the double, winning from the first week of the carnival to the second week before a couple of years ago. The rain might slow her up. What's your read on this race, and what's your read, most importantly, on the key to the race in Pride of Jenni?
Yeah, look, I think she is the key to the race, and I think she'll handle the ground, but does she handle it as well as a Mr. Brightside? There was nothing between them when they clashed on heavy ground, of course, a year or two ago. She's back though, isn't she? She not only won dominantly on Saturday, but she did it, she ran time again. So she's probably the key to the race, but gee, it's probably the race of the year, given there's 5 or 6 proper Group 1 horses, and they're all key winning hopes, I think.
Are you with her?
Look, I'm going to tip Wolf. I just think he was outstanding first up on a heavy track, wasn't he? And then below his best a bit, still good, but below that outstanding level. Then last up, the blinkers went on, and he was back. He cruised into the race. He went straight past Pride of Jenni and Fangirl, those sort of horses. So he'll handle the ground. He's my top pick in a great race.
It is a very good race. We'll move on to the last of the Group 1 features, over 2,000 metres, the Tab Champion Stakes. And Via Sistina looking to go back-to-back mares with a tremendous record in this race over the last 6 years.
Yeah, true that. And she was dominant winning this last year. Look, is she a length or so below what she was last year? Probably. We saw that in the Cox Plate where she had to call in all her customary courage to get the job done. She handled the heavy track first up well. The question mark is the last time she failed was here at Flemington on a day it rained during the day, and so that's a little query. But look, I'm defaulting to the class, and that's her.
Who's the main danger to Via Sistina and James McDonald and Chris Waller?
Look, it's probably Tom Kitten. He ran quite well in the King George in Sydney. He's probably still on the up this prep, or a couple may have peaked. So, of course, he's run past Mr. Brightside in the past, hasn't he? So you can take a line on that horse into Via Sistina. So made him the danger.
Okay, moving on now outside of the Group 1s to your best of the day on Tab Champion Stakes Day.
Not easy to find a best, is it? I'm going to go race to a horse called Savage, who is quickly to 1,600 second up. His draw's wide, but I think that'll be a plus. They were edging off the inside, weren't they, Tuesday with the rain? So I think he'd be okay there. He was excellent first up without luck. A real black book. I made him the best for the day.
And one way to sum up what's been a fabulous week so far, Gator, I think we've seen stories galore, especially Jamie Mellon, but it's been fabulous, hasn't it?
No, it has that. There's always a story, and that was a great one this year. Horse, rider, and connections. Great stuff.
Best of luck to everybody who's having a bet on the last day of the Flemington Carnival. It's going to be a great Tab Champion Stakes Day.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.